Mr. Jordan, and this is SHC Live. One of the primary goals of SHC Live is to keep us all connected with our second home, the SHC campus, and to that end, we are coming to you this morning from the beautiful Herbst Library and Information Center on the 6th floor of the LaSalle campus. And so, for the next 10 minutes or so, we invite you, at least virtually, to enjoy being back here at home in our library. Our top story today, in consultation with the SF Department of Public Health, SHC last week announced that we will remain on a full distance learning schedule until November 6th. We're inching closer, but we're not quite there yet. Limited Irish athletic conditioning, of course, did begin this week following strict public health guidelines, so we're getting closer. Stay tuned for more information. We'll keep you all posted through all channels. Today is National Voter Information Day, so if you're eligible to register, you can. You can find all the info you need on sfgov.org. Go ahead and register today. You will actually be able to vote beginning next month. There'll be polling places set up right in Civic Center Plaza for early voting, so register and participate in our democracy. We at SHC Live are excited to celebrate Hispanic History Month. Students, if you are of Latinx or Hispanic heritage, send us a 30-second video clip for possible inclusion in a future broadcast. Hispanic Heritage Month will run through October 15th. And as you know, one of our main featured segments every week, we like to have student content on our program, and with our first student feature for this week, we bring you varsity softball players Visa Houston and Willow Daters.
Hey SHC, I'm Visa Houston. I'm here with Willow Daters.
During these times, you really miss softball.
So we decided to get creative.
We figured out a way how to practice.
Via Zoom.
Nice job. Make sure you step in and throw hard every time.
Hey Coach.
SHC, tell us how you're getting creative. And for SHC Live, this is Willow Daters and Visa Houston.
All right, thank you, Visa and Willow. Speaking of creativity, one of the most creative people I've ever known, our librarian, Dr. Alicia Tapia, will now be our featured guest for this week's version of LaSallian Vincentian Words of Wisdom.
Hey SHC. So as a librarian, there is no doubt that I am a huge fan of reading books, researching, and intellectual pursuit. However, I also think it's important to emphasize that there is much wisdom to gain from observing and understanding yourself. As much as you work on mastering class material, it's important to acknowledge that we are a work in progress. So remember to sit with yourself every day. Examine your habits, your values, experiment with your routine if something isn't working for you. Observe how you speak, how you treat others, and what you give your attention to, and then study further how that affects your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. However, when you are studying yourself, be sure to do so with compassion. It's okay to be self-critical, but we can't be all things all the time. Sometimes we are strong, while other times we are weak. We are not always good, but that doesn't mean that we are all bad. We are imperfectly perfect all the time, so allow yourself to exist in this space of not always having to be one side of the coin. You have value regardless of what you manage to achieve. So take time every day to affirm who you are. I do this with daily journaling, others do it with practicing meditation, but it's my hope for you that as much as you're studying material or giving your attention to whatever is calling your attention, that you also remember that you are worthy of attention. And one of the most important things that matters in this life is that you know thyself.
All right, thank you, Dr. Tapia, and thank you very much for hosting us here, even virtually, in this beautiful space. It's great to be back in here. And now, for our next student feature of this week's show, we have Senior Axel Batista. I won't even tell you what it's about. Enjoy.
All right, so if you didn't know, last week, mainstream rapper Travis Scott and McDonald's collaborated and they brought us the Travis Scott Fortnite meal. I don't know, but we're here to try it, so let's go for it. This burger's terrible. Look at these sad, soggy fries. Look at that grease. Disgusting. Look at that. Let's go for the Sprite. This sucks. It's just a normal McDonald's meal. They slapped Travis's name on it. I hate it. I actually hate it. 4 out of 10. For SHC TV, this is Axel Bautista.
All right, thank you very much, Axel. Again, we invite student submissions for future shows. If you're interested in submitting a clip, whether it's a news clip or an editorial opinion or even something fun like the clip we just saw from Axel, remember, gang, we need you to record it in landscape mode. Please try to keep it to 30 seconds, 45 seconds is the max, and make sure you sign out for SHC Live and tell us who you are, and your clip might make it on the show. We do like to include announcements when we can in these shows. I've got a few for you this morning. This past weekend, as many of you know, SHC received notification from the San Francisco Department of Public Health that the school will not be allowed to administer the September or October SAT on campus. The school maintains ongoing communication with the Public Health Department to ensure our planning for testing and our eventual return to campus adhere to public health guidelines. You can find many more details on this development on Schoology. Student photos continue this Friday in the dining hall. Frosh makeups, all sophomores and some juniors, the second half of the alphabet. You can check your email for specific hours. If you missed your chance to win cash prizes in last week's Kahoot Sports Edition, be sure to check Schoology for the link to this Thursday's noontime contest, Kahoot Movie Edition, and you too might win a cash prize. Finally, don't forget to adjust your calendars next week. Monday is a faculty staff retreat day, which means there'll be no classes for students. That also means there will be classes 1 week from Friday. So not this Friday, but next Friday. And please enjoy the upcoming long weekend and be ready for 4 full days of classes afterwards. Okay, we promise a lot of fun on these shows as well, and for our final student segment, we have one that we like to call the COVID Cut of the Week.
Good morning, my name is Anthony Rail. I'm a freshman in class of 2024, and today I'll be performing a COVID cut on my grandpa. I'd like to introduce you guys to my COVID client, aka my grandpa. Let's get him suited up. This has been COVID Cuts for SHC Live. I'm Anthony Rail, class of 2024, and this is
Grandpa.
Hope you guys have a wonderful day.
All right, that was freshman Anthony Rail. Thank you very much, Anthony, and thank you, Grandpa. It's very good of you to be involved in our show. That is it for this week's show. Students, if you would like to submit future content, we do have an email address, shclive@shcp.edu. Remember the parameters, please. We look forward to your content. You can also share feedback via that channel. That is it for this week's show. We will see you next Tuesday morning. Live Jesus in our hearts forever.